U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the United States was monitoring what he described as a rise in human rights abuses in India by some officials in a rare direct rebuke by Washington of the Asian nation's rights record. Blinken expressed his thoughts on Monday in a joint press briefing with U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, Indian Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar, and India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. Singh and Jaishankar, who spoke after Blinken at the briefing, did not comment on the human rights issue. Blinken's remarks come days after U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar questioned the alleged reluctance of the U.S. government to criticize Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government on human rights. What does Modi need to do to India's Muslim population before we will stop considering them a partner in peace? Omar, who belongs to President Joe Biden's Democratic Party, said last week. Modi's critics say his Hindu national ruling party has fostered religious polarization since coming to power in 2014. Since Modi came to power, right-wing Hindu groups have launched attacks on minorities, claiming they are trying to prevent religious conversions. Several Indian states have passed or are considering anti-conversion laws that challenge the constitutionally protected rights to freedom of belief. In 2019, the government passed a citizenship law that critics said undermined India's secular constitution by excluding Muslim migrants from neighboring countries. The law was meant to grant Indian nationality to Buddhists, Christians, Hindus, Jains, Parsis, and Sikhs who fled Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan before 2015. In the same year, soon after his 2019 re-election win, Modi's government revoked the special status of Kashmir in a bid to fully integrate the Muslim-majority region with the rest of the country. To keep a lid on protests, the administration detained many Kashmir political leaders and sent many more parliamentary, police and soldiers to the Himalayan region, also claimed by Pakistan. Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, recently banned wearing the hijab in classrooms in Karnataka state. Hardline Hindu groups later demanded such restrictions in more Indian states. Muslims in several Indian states are on edge after mobs came out in processions making hate speeches and attacking their properties during the Hindu festival of Ram Navami. Most of the violence was reported from the states of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Jharkhand, and West Bengal on Sunday as the Hindu community celebrated the birthday of God Ram, one of the chief deities of right-wing Hindu groups in India. Dozens of videos have been going viral on Indian social media since Sunday, showing processions of Hindu men wearing saffron scarves and in some cases carrying sticks and swords, stopping their motorcycles in Muslim neighborhoods, playing provocative songs laced with threats of genocide outside homes and mosques, and raising hate slogans.
We also share a commitment to our democratic values, such as protecting human rights. We regularly engage with our Indian partners on these shared values, and to that end, we're monitoring some recent concerning developments in India, including a rise in human rights abuses by some government, police, and prison officials. In addition to all of these critical issues, I'm pleased that we're increasing cooperation in a number of other key areas, which we focused on today. We're deepening our defense ties, which I know Secretary Austin will speak to. We're expanding our cooperation on development around the world, particularly in Asia and Africa, by working together to carry out disaster relief as well as clean energy and climate-smart agricultural projects. And we're increasing people-to-people ties, which are really at the heart of the entire relationship. We're very lucky in the United States to be home to some 4 million Indian Americans, as well as 200,000 Indians studying in our universities. We have a working group on education and skill training that we formed today that will increase that number by bringing institutions in the United States and India together to develop new joint research and exchange programs. We look forward to welcoming more Indian students and scholars into our communities. We're focusing, among other things, on STEM education. I think this is an area of tremendous potential going forward. Let me just say in conclusion that very soon after our countries established diplomatic relations, some 75 years ago, Prime Minister Nehru came to visit the United States. President Truman met him on the tarmac of the airport. And Prime Minister Nehru noted the importance of the moment, saying, and I quote, "I trust that these two republics of the Western world and the Eastern world will find many ways of working together in friendly and fruitful cooperation to our mutual advantage and for the good of humanity." So, for nearly 75 years, we've done just that. And I'm grateful to our partners for making it possible for that friendly and fruitful cooperation to continue and to deepen.